to combine it with the anti-doping.
Right.
Just hold it there. And the Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya says it has sent a clean team ever to the Olympics in Paris, France, recording the highest ever annual testing exercise with over 4,000 athletes tested in the past year. The organization is targeting to double the number in the next 12 months. Speaking at a workshop organized by the Sports Journalists Association of Kenya, SPORTY, in Naivasha, Nakuru County, ADAK CEO Sarah Sibutse, through Head of Anti-Doping Education and Research, Dr. Martin Yauma, noted that the journalists have a critical role to play in the fight against doping in Kenya, even as Kenya fights to be expunged from the World Anti-Doping Agency category A list of countries at the greatest risk of the vice. Take a listen.
When the country is preparing for the Olympics, as we promised the country, we have done all we can to make sure that the team that will be participating in Paris is a clean team. We are still continuing with the efforts up to the last minute. We are not going to give up now. We are continuing to engage our athletes. We are continuing to engage our athlete support personnel, those who are traveling with the team. We are continuing to keep in touch with each and every individual that's going to participate, so that then we'll be able to safeguard that space that we have secured for the team so far.
ADAK is working with us closely to ensure that we win this fight. So in a nutshell, it's very successful. Journalists have learned a lot of things during these 2 days. They raised a lot of questions which were answered, and I think that's the way to go in this fight.
Wow, that is ADAK in partnership with SPORTY. And Isia, maybe you can wrap it up. You're talking of Rio, and of course they're telling us for the first time we're sending a clean team to Paris Olympics, and we hope that that's going to be the case when the team would be in Paris. Maybe you are rejoined on this.
Maybe I'll say this, that you see, the tests have been done in competition, out of competition, and we have athletes who are ready now. What is very critical is that information for the team managers, the chaperones, and even the athletes themselves, because even between now and the day of competition, things can happen, including on very simple matters like what you take, what you eat, what you drink.
And absolutely, and I hope you guys were in Naivasha, and I hope the athletes have gotten a lot of rather enlightenment or empowerment on this, because if you look at the last 1 year, and we've been having this alert every single day in our news bulletins, most of our Kenyan athletes are failing due to out of competition or whereabouts failure. Because every day you say athletics integrity unit releasing a statement, or Andy or athlete ABCD has been slapped with 4, 6, 5-year ban for whereabouts failure. And as you say, these supplements that they take, it could be walking over the counter and say, I'm having a headache, I'm having a running stomach. You get this, consume it. The next moment you go for a test, it has turned out positive.
And that's why in the training, some of the things that we're imagining is that ADAK have invested really in conjunction with Athletics Kenya and also NOC to make sure that all the information is out there for the athletes, so that nobody would be caught, you know, because of ignorance. It has never been a defense. And I remember one of the facilitators was telling us, by the way, my voice is out because I've been talking to the athletes just the other day. So we want to believe that they are well covered in that area. But there is also something that is very important, that when it comes to fighting doping, the idea of the people who are in charge of athletes, when they're traveling and all that, they must also ask the question, and this has always been a very contentious debate, how are opponents viewing us? Because sometimes it can be a trap. And imagine the discussion, Shitera, that a person who appears to be a threat in one area can be trapped by maybe other forces, and they are caught. So basically we're saying that the job has been done, but we have to be vigilant to the last day so that we see our athletes competing without any disruption.
Absolutely. And now let's cross over to our radio news and sports center.